up! Light him up!
Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a special guest out here on the range. It's John from the Warrior Poet Society. His channel link will be down below. I have talked about it here on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram before, so if you guys aren't checking it, absolutely. If you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, please do so. He does a lot of really interesting stuff, both in terms of instruction with firearms, some gear reviews, limited, and a lot of philosophical things that sort of make you think about not just being armed and what that means, but also just different ways to improve your life. So I think it's quite interesting. But today, we're not doing that. We're going to talk about some low light stuff in the crack house behind us. And John, if you could just kind of go over what we're going to do today.
Sure. So operating in any type of low light environments, whether you're civilian, military, law enforcement, really, really dangerous stuff. You need illumination tools so that you can positively identify a target, search, navigate, blind, power, control, all those things that light affords us the ability to do. But at the same time, flashlights can really, really quickly get you killed. They're really, really dangerous to turn on a white light in a low light situation. Immediately, and I noticed this in law enforcement shootouts, military shootouts, and also even in like force-on-force training scenarios. You're in a low light environment and all of a sudden you turn on a flashlight. Anybody that's hiding anywhere immediately sees that, tracks it from all directions, and all rounds gather around that light. They're big bullet magnets is what flashlights are. So yeah, you need flashlights if you don't have night vision or something. But you need flashlights to be able to see, navigate, positively identify targets, because as a good guy, I don't just shoot at shadows. You know, I want to positively ID my target, acquire, identify, and then engage. You need white lights to do so, but it may just get you killed. The point of this video is to give you a few little tactical tips, some controls, principles, if you will, that may save your life. Furthermore, we're going to talk about different illumination options and really not go into it much. More can be said about what we're not going to cover in this video. There's 1,000 considerations that I'm chomping at the bit to share with you, and my proclivity here in this video is to share, way overshare of like, here, think about this, and by the end of it, your brain's about to explode, and you're like, ah! So less stuff.
Yeah, less stuff. We're going to try to give you an overview of things to think about, but if you haven't had training on it, I do recommend seeking out a competent trainer to do low light scenarios. Force on force, like he said, really does make all this stuff come to light, because, you know, if you're just shooting blanks or trying to clear a house on yourself, by yourself in your house, you know, without a real threat out there, when simunitions start flying at you, everything changes. Nobody's Rambo anymore. So they start actually taking into account those things. So, yeah, we're going to give you a few different ideas here. But again, I do recommend training if you've never had any.
All right, hey guys, hanging out in the crack house. Mike's in here somewhere. And what I wanted to show you first, and what we're going to really answer, is just how dangerous white lights can be moving in and around structures in a low light environment. The real big difficulty is it's really easy to track you, to see where you're coming from, and Mike's going to demonstrate that right now. Look how easy it would be for us to ambush and kill him. Mike, come on through. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. There he is. You saw the white light kind of tracking all the way through. Do it one more time.
All right.
Watch, there's the white light. You can time the exact moment. Here he comes. There. So if we were an ambushing predator, we can really perfectly track that to the moment when that white light is, and then just shoot at the light. This is a really, really dangerous consideration for us, because it's kind of like a big shoot me sign that says, here I come, ready, now. And so it can be very, very easy to shoot you. We're going to try to overcome this with just two big things. One is when we use white light, I want blinding light, so that when you hit somebody in the face with this, it hurts them. If you hit somebody in the face with enough lumens up close, it just absolutely shuts them down. It takes away their will to fight. And furthermore, if the plume is so intense, they can't really pinpoint exactly where the center of that light is, increasing your chances of survival. Furthermore, if you hit them with white light and then you stepped offline, all of a sudden they're blind. If they're engaging where you once were, and now you're able to engage them from a flank from the cover of darkness while you see better than they do. So it can be really, really powerful. I'm a high lumens guy, and some of you guys will say in the comments, I like around 200 lumens, 300 lumens, so that it doesn't bounce off the walls, come back and blind me, and that's pretty good advice if you're using white light haphazardly in a way that it's going to bounce off walls. I use my white light differently, so that just doesn't happen much. I know you're curious. You got to take a class for it, though.
Yep.
So anyway, so really now, where I was more 200, 300 lumens, now I'm kind of like, give me all the lumens. I want all of the lumens. So this one's 500. This one right here is 1,000. Right there. There we go.
Yep. And I've discussed that too. I do a lot of flashlight reviews on the channel, and especially in your own house, you should know the house as better than anyone else who's in there. So in your own house, you shouldn't be pointing the light where it doesn't need to be, because you know it's there. So if there's a mirror there, you should know there's a mirror there. So I agree. I've said that many times on the channel that I like more lumens for weapon lights, and I've never discouraged that here. I've actually encouraged it. So we're on the same page on that one.
Awesome, awesome. That's the first principle, is when you hit them in the face with light, I want it to be so epically blinding that it takes away their will to fight and they can't pinpoint your location. The second thing is, you don't just turn on a light and start walking through. What you want to do is vary your use of white light, so that when it comes on, they can't perfectly track that you were coming left or right, so it's easy to walk. You may turn on, look around, go off, move, and then try it in a different place. Turn on and look around for a moment, and make sure you own that sector when the light comes on. So the light comes on, own that sector. Light goes off, move, own this new sector over here, and you're really pieing the room off in a real tactical way that's really more room clearing, breaking it up in sectors with the white light. It increases your chance of survivability. That's a word, right? Survivability.
It is a word, yes. I'll vouch for that one.
Very good. All right, so let's go through it.
We just had a little fun in the shoot house, as you guys saw, using rifles, pistols, also different ways that they're set up. So on the rifle, of course, mounted on the rail, pistol, either weapon mounted or handheld, just kind of show some different techniques. We weren't, doing any super high speed room clearing stuff, just trying to show sort of what it looks like to use a light inside of a house. I know a lot of people just have never even practiced it on their own, and also trying to display through a couple different camera angles that a light, like a laser, is a two-way device. So just like you can see it going out, people can see it coming in. So anything else you wanted to add on that, John?
For all you tactical trolls out there, it's like, I don't like the way he was clearing rooms, or he's going too fast, or dynamics out deliberate. Shut up, dude. We're just cutting angles for some B-roll, okay? You don't know how we clear. We're just having some fun. So chill out. Recognize we're shining some flashlights inside a pretty lit up house in the middle of the day. So
right.
There's a lot of areas where I'm like, this isn't very realistic. It's like, shoot it anyway. We need some B-roll.
Like we're shooting a video. We're not shooting people.
But we had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
And again, guys, if you haven't checked out his channel, there will be a link down below for you guys to check it out. He does a lot of cool stuff and gets really in depth on a lot of subjects. So definitely check him out. Thanks for watching, as always. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
And behold, a bat.
Where did this guy come from?
Hey, little guy, do not give me rabies. Don't give me rabies.